saved and still sexy radio right here on GI Music. Because you should know, just because you are saved, that doesn't mean to stop being sexy.
What's up, y'all? This is the Hanky now with Mr. Just Get It on Saving Sexy Radio. I got my co-host Burley Sade in the house with me.
What's going on? What's going on?
And today we have a very special guest. I got Arthur Dainnese Jackson in here with me today. When we come back from break, she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. We'll be right back with the Hanky now right here on Saving Sexy Radio.
Through the night, as I ride through my city, I'm thinking, looking at the lights. For so long we was hurting, I got the chance to make it right. Plenty times you done hurt me, I done been all alone at night. They claim that they with me, but they should know that they ain't right. Gotta stay down and get it, I know that it's gonna be alright. Can't get knocked off my pivot, I gotta play my cards right. Gotta stack up them benches, my looking we gon' ball for life. For so long I've been striving, going hard, trying to make it right. So much pain in my body, know you can see it in my eyes. Say that you was with me, promise that you was down the ride. Now when I look around, you ain't nowhere by my side. Hurt me so deep, but it's okay, I'm on my grind. I got 2 sons, I'm just 16, can't waste my time. Straight from the bottom to the top, I gotta climb. That boy say he don't like me, tell him fall the line. So survivor, I won't stop, yeah, I'ma grind for it. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I done came for it. A lot of diamonds around my neck, yeah, I'm shining hard. I'm 16, driving in all these exotic cars. And I don't want nobody's bitch but my mama, boy. And my chicken, cause they was the ones who behind me, boy. Remember, I ain't had nothing to eat, I go steal for it. Show you my bank account, I swear I got 6 figures large. Looking around me, they hating, probably won't snake me for it. These looking under the skies, living under the board. I guess these looking, they wasn't made for it. Lord, please don't mistake me, play gon' die, cause I ain't going for it. In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city, I'm thinking, looking at the lights. For so long we was hurting, I got the chance to make it right. Plenty times you done hurt me, I done been all alone at night. They claim that they with me, but they should have known that they ain't right. Gotta stay down and get it, I know that it's gonna be alright. Can't get knocked off my pivot, I gotta play my cards right. Gotta stack up them benches, my fucking movie gon' ball for life. Yeah. I can't even lie, I really miss my daddy. Can't trip out you leaving me, waiting for you, this wouldn't happen. Woke up with an opportunity to feed my family. My limit the stars and I wanna grab it. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna grab it. You know, I wanna hold another level. In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city, I'm thinking, looking at the lights. For so long we was hurting, I got the chance to make it right. Plenty times you done hurt me, I done been all alone at night. They claim that they with me, but they should've known that.
Okay, everybody, we back with the Hanky now with Mr. Just Get It and Barely Saved on Saving Sexy Radio. And I have Arthur Dainnese Jackson with me today. Mr. Arthur Dainnese Jackson, she's from San Diego, California. I'm going to ask her to introduce herself to you.
Hi, my name is Dainnese Jackson. I'm from Southeast San Diego. I'm a book author, businesswoman.
Okay, she told you she's an author and a business owner. She has a book out right now called Killer in Heaven. And far as reading the synopsis on this, you got it labeled as a fatal attraction, crazy love affair. And wow, and I just, like I said, I was reading over the bio on it along. I was reading over the synopsis of it along with your bio. And your bio and the synopsis kind of go hand in hand. So first, I'm just going to ask you just to, like we discussed before, I just want to ask you just to, go over it and tell the people how you became an author. What made you want to write this story?
I started writing this book when I was in process of having a brain operation, and then somebody from my past came back into my life. So that's what made me start writing the story. And then when the individual got out of prison in 2011, that's when the story hit and began. He was somebody that I knew in the past I shouldn't have dealt with. He was a rival. He did not grow up in the same neighborhood as me. And he also was dating an ex-best friend, but he ended up falling in love with me as well and got obsessed with me. And so that's how the story right there, it began. It turned into a love affair, fatal attraction.
Good God.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like from the bio, so when you took your own personal life experiences and in your love affair turned into an attraction, can you translate with us the basis of the synopsis of the storyline and tell us about, give us a more deep, in-depth part of the story now?
So basically, Heaven, she had a dude, an older dude she was dealing with for 10 years, but he couldn't keep you know what in his pants. So she just got tired of, playing Keisha Cole, the love, I should have cheated, and all that other type of bull crap. So that's when Killer ended up coming into Heaven's life. He ended up finding her, and when he found her, she knew it was going to be a big thing of dealing with Killer. But she ended up leaving the guy David, and she ended up messing with the guy Killer. And when Killer got out, he got out and didn't tell Heaven that he had other chicks on the side too. So when that happened, the girls, it was like a love and hip hop thing. Girls fighting, going crazy over each other. One of the girls tried to kill Heaven. And one of the girls tried to kill Heaven over Killer. And the story is just it's on continue. Put it like that.
There's a lot going on.
Put it like that.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now, I know I kind of keep asking the same questions over and over, but one of the reasons I want to have you on the show, is because this is a deep story. So by the story being based so loosely, I don't even know if I want to use the word loosely, but by the story being based on your life, is this story, is it fiction, or is it just like really just based on this love triangle between David, Killer, and Heaven?
It's a real story. It's a real
that's
story.
All non-fiction.
So like, it's a real story.
You can't make that up.
And the reason why it's called In Love with the Coco is because he was in love with that Coco. He was, have you ever heard the song by R. Kelly, Married? Have you ever heard the R. Kelly song Married to the Pussy before?
Yes.
Okay, so basically he was in love with the Coco like that. He was just like, no, Heaven, that's all mine. I will kill anybody over it. And so he got obsessed like that. So that's why it's called In Love with the Coco.
Wow.
Y'all know I'm barely saved. I think they need a coochie rehab. I'm gonna say that. They need a coochie rehab.
That's what she said.
That's all I can say.
I ain't never heard that before.
Go ahead, James. My bad.
I wanna rewind and go back a little back because now we got the story in the process of writing the story, but I want to go back and talk about the part where you said, this story came about, when you was going through your surgery with a brain tumor or whatnot. So I know that had to be a trying time for you.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
And then for you to sit down, and just kind of reflect back over what you have been through and to put this story together, that's like, that's like very powerful.
Right, that's a double win.
Right, and then because it definitely has a backstory on how the story came to be, came to be made, and then, by being based, on your life. Like I said, I was reading over this synopsis, like far as before I even got the synopsis, when I was talking to you, you was telling me about it, I'm like, wow, I really think people need to hear this. But right here on the Hanging Out with Mr. Just Get It on Saving Sexy Radio, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back with Arthur Dainnese Jackson.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
Flex. Yeah. Flexin'. Yeah.
Gangsta Brazil.
Flex. Every damn flex. Flexing was a crime, ain't gon' have to come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you figure know soon as I get done flex. All damn flex. Flexing was a crime, and somebody come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you figure know soon as I get done flex. Young, you stay killin'. I got a hit list on that murder one cush. You gotta hit this. Sizzling that 599, you can't forget this. Don't make me hop up by this pretty bitch. They take a twit pick. Foreign bitch with me. Yeah, she take a big hit. Pouring them 60. Yeah, take a big clip. We understand the top down. Where your doors go. I'm on the move. What the fuck I need some doors for? Shooters right behind me. Yeah, they in that Escalade. You know how to find me. Shooters in the Escalade. Killers on payroll. My neck work. Left the house wearing all my chains on. Look like my neck hurt. Flex. Every damn flex. Flexing was a crime. They gon' have to come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing. That's a good question. Let you figure know soon as I get done flex. All damn flex. Flexing was a crime, and somebody come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you know soon as I get done flex.
I'm flexing, ain't moving a muscle though. Come doing some foreign ish, you checking it like customs boss. American gangster, chase them Franks like Russell Crowe. Them Benjamin Franks, in case you lost or just don't know. I got my BT on, that's my black watch. And all I do is win, my pockets look like jackpots. Check my calendar, it say I'm flexing all summer. So your lucky day is when you get a call from us. We in and out them stores, they think we the mall runners. I never change, that's why I carry all hundreds. I'm doing me, and you're this who I'm next to do. Other than that, the schedule is flexible.
Flex, every damn flex. Flexing was a crime, they gon' have to come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you begin to know soon as I get done flex. All damn flex. Flexing was a crime, and somebody come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you begin to know soon as I get done flex.
I'm flexing. Looking like $1 million, double story White House. That $1 million plus. Look at my garage, everything I ride 100 up. If I ain't the gangster of the year, I'm the runner-up. Flexing, Aston Martin, Texas. 911 Porsche, quadruple double. That shit sexy, straight cash out it. Motherfucker, credit card. See me in the club, looking like a fat charge. Brick talk, dope boy ish, making money fly. Spotlight, center of attention. I ain't gotta try. Flexing, presidential rolling with the ice in it. Closet full of Gucci shoe, got more than your Breitling. I'm flexing.
Every damn flex. Flexing was a crime, they gon' have to come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you know soon as I get done flex. All damn flex. Flexing was a crime, and somebody come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you know soon as I get done flex. Every damn flex. Flexing was a crime, they gon' have to come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing, that's a good question. Let you know soon as I get done flex. All damn flex. Flexing was a crime, and somebody come arrest. They ask me what I'm doing.
Saved Sexy Radio, right here on GI Music. Because you should know, just because you are saved, that doesn't mean stop being sexy.
Okay, everybody, this is Mr. Just Gail and the Hanky Now on Save the Sexy Radio, and we're back with my special guest, Arthur Dainnese Jackson. For those of you just now tuning in, and for those of you who have been with us, I'm going to kind of go over a recap. Ms. Dainnese Jackson is the author of a book called Killer in Heaven, In Love with the Coco. And she just kind of went over, the synopsis with us and told us about the story and how it came about. And, we got our main characters. We got Heaven Sky, David, and, of course, the infamous Killer, in this Fatal Attraction crazy love affair. And Dainnese was just kind of just basically telling us, how the story had came about. She was going through a trying time in her life, and I guess, she reflected upon some things that had happened in her past, and she came up, with this wonderful story. I'm going to encourage everybody, to check it out, because if you've heard so far what we've been talking about, this is a deep story. And I'm quite sure, in everybody, and that's one of the things about being an author. When you're an author and you're creating your stories, I don't care how fictional it may be or how fetched it is, there's some tidbits of real life experiences in there.
Right.
And I think this author hit the nail on the head as far as with penning her real life experiences in this story. So go on and tell us a little bit more about Killer in Heaven. Let me take you back. I'm sorry, folks. There's also a soundtrack to this novel. So tell us about the soundtrack and how the soundtrack goes with the story.
So the soundtrack goes with the story. I have a couple of well-known rappers in San Diego that was rapping stuff based on the story. And so one of the rappers did something called Killer in Heaven, which that's track 4. I got my homie Mitchie Slick, Damu, that got a song on there called Dago Push. I got my homie Tiny Do. Chuck's on there, my homie Tiny Mad. They all some well-known San Diego rappers. So my stuff is on YouTube. You can look up my name, and you'll find my soundtrack right on YouTube.
How they spell your name to find you on YouTube so they can look up the right one?
Dainnese Jackson, Jackson.
All right.
And okay, with this story being as deep as it is and intriguing, and along with doing a soundtrack with it, have you been thinking of maybe taking even further? I know a lot of these books is turning into movies, and that's becoming a big cliche now. And have you ever just thought about taking this further? Have any further plans with this?
To be honest, yes, I want to turn Killer in Heaven into a movie because really San Diego don't have no movies, so I want to be the one to come out with something from San Diego and have it in the movie theater. And I think Killer in Heaven, I think a lot of people would love the story. It's not over. This is just part 1. It's not over.
Yeah, they got
how many more parts is it to Killer in Heaven?
It's about 5 more parts.
It's going to be...
I said it's about 5 more parts, ain't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be 4. It's gonna be 4 books, and put it like that. How it ends, it ain't gonna be nice. How it ends, somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna end up back where they in their cage. Somebody's gonna turn gay when they go back to jail. It's gonna be a lot.
Yes, that's pretty much giving it up all in a nutshell. And like I was saying, we was talking about the movies and stuff like that, and then, people, I don't even think people have been considering, doing plays, because right now, movies, turning these novels into movies, are becoming, the next big thing, and there's a lot of them coming out, and as far as with the Hanky Now, Mr. Just Get It, for you who don't know, the definition of hanking is when you can supply the demand and consistently turn a profit.
There you go.
And I believe this author also meets the criteria. That's why I invited her on the show, because along with being an author, I'm going to say producing a soundtrack for a book, she's also involved with poetry and also wants to start a Dynasty Diamond clothing collection. So I want to ask you something just with your brand in general, you know, and my interviews basically be freestyle by me being an author and an entrepreneur myself. But it's one question that I'm about to start pinning, and I'm about to start asking everyone,
right?
What makes or will make your brand different from anybody else's out here?
There you go.
Because my brand, Dainnese Diamond, nobody got that. Name one person that has a Dainnese Diamond business or doing
it's not
like that.
When I go into that, you know, I'm basically, now I'm about to put on my coach hat. I'm basically saying, like, we have so many brands out here with books. One day they want to go to the movies. Then they want to do the T-shirts. Because along with my book, you know, I did a T-shirt. And aside from being an author, as far as in my entrepreneur journeys, you know, I want to start me a clothing line. So not as far as the name of the brand, what's going to make your brand, your individual brand, Dainnese Diamond Collection, stand out above anyone else's, is what I'm saying.
Well, Dainnese Diamond is going to stand out because I feel like, you know, women out here, they don't know. Some women out here, they don't. They kind of have like low self-esteem, and I want to build women. I want to build them up and let them know, you know, never feel like you got any low self-esteem. I want to let these women know you are a diamond. Never let nobody put you down. Let them know you are a diamond dynasty. You know, and you a boss. You a boss. By you being a Dainnese Diamond, you your own boss. So I think that's why it will stand out.
And you know what? That's a great answer because that's exactly what I was trying to pull out of you. And just for a tip of advice, you know, when someone asks you to explain, like, what is Diamond Dynasty Collection or what is your brand, that's what it is right there. And I reflect back to that as far as dealing with my own situation again. For, like I said, I'm an author and I'm an entrepreneur. And, I've done a lot of research, a lot of studying, and, you know, I read a book before that's called The Millionaire's Course, and it says the average person, now listen, the average person has $3 million ideas a day, and those ideas consist of improving something that already exists. So we have authors, we have people with T-shirt lines and stuff like that, but the main focus and goal is improving something that already exists. You know, and that's why I asked you the question. I'm about to start asking everyone that comes on this show what makes or will make your brand different.
Right.
You know, because it seemed like the game, period, just the writing game, it started like to turn into a rap game. You know, we have new authors popping up every day, and we have so many new authors popping up every day that the readers and the consumers, they don't know which way to go. So, you know, what are we going to do? What are you going to do to attract customers, to attract readers, you know what I'm saying, to attract people to be interested in your brand?
My soundtrack too, nobody has a soundtrack with they book at all.
Right, and that was a great idea. And as everyone know, we you know, during our breaks, you know, we do play music. And I was trying to get get the people a sample of a track off of Heaven and Killer, but I wasn't able to download it. But this is the Hanging Out with Mr. Just Get It on Saving Sexy Radio. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Arthur Dainnese Jackson. We're going to talk more about this Killing Heaven. We're going to talk more about the Dynasty Diamond Collection, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Listen to this track.
First to tell you motherfuckers, don't trapper die, that me okay. Mr. Whip a night and get a half a pie, that me okay. Mr. If I'm talking, you should listen, game is free, okay. Mr. got 2 whole ones and 2 half ones, yeah, that's free, okay. Leave up out of here with 2 bad ones, yeah, that's me, okay. Mr. Real know about 2 phantoms, yeah, that's me, okay. On that avion to the head, hey, but me, okay. Never put a tip before my bread, hey, not me, okay. I'm a fool on that avion, no be on that liquor. Approach me if you want to, I will smoke you like a swisher. You know my game 10 sides, you know that soft 10 sides. Presidential day, looking like 2 blocks. Chain on Tupac when he was on death row. All black glitz out, that 40 say let go. All my niggas body, all my with wasn't called, that's all. Toppers pay him a visit, real looking for show. Got a fetish for dough, 34 unit, 900 break them down in the silk, that's a hell of a flip. Had him 90 making the trip. First to tell you motherfucker, trapper die, that me okay. Mr. Whipper and get a half a pie, that me okay. Mr. If I'm talking, you should listen, game is free, okay. Mr. got 2 whole ones and 2 half ones, yeah, that's free, okay. Leave up out of here with 2 bad ones, yeah, that's me, okay. Mr. Rian up about 2 phantoms, yeah, that's me, okay. On that avion to the head, hey, but me, okay. Never put a before my bread, hey, not me, okay. When L.A. Reid was in office, made some history up at Def Jam. Jizzle ain't dropping, boogie, what the fuck is Def Jam? I know you heard how your boy bossed up at Atlantic Boss-ish. Might just drop my next album on Atlantic. I really hope you just pretty vice president, this prezi got some fish off in my belly. So what you saying? My wrist is heavy, all white, penthouse, yeah, like the one on Belly with a brown skin thing. Swear to God, she look like Kelly. 2 don't roses, how I'm rolling, plus you know what looking toting. Keep that street looking paper rubber band and it ain't falling. First the double XL, better pop me in the 4. That's a long way from traffic in that 4-door Accord. What's up? First to tell you motherfucker, trapper die, that me okay. Mr. Whipper and get a half a pie, that me okay. Mr. If I'm talking, you should listen, game is free, okay. Mr. got 2 whole ones and 2 half ones, yeah, that's free, okay. Leave up out of here with 2 bad ones, yeah, that's me, okay. Mr. Rian up about 2 phantoms, yeah, that's me, okay. On that avion to the head, hey, but me, okay. Never put a before my bread, hey, not me, okay. Smoking eyeball of 7, yeah, you better believe without the scale. I just want the mansions and the riches, yeah, without the jail. You can call me postman, don't go nowhere without some mail. In and out in 20 minutes, you better believe I'm making bills. Put you on designer watches, put you on designer frame. Had you cashing out, paying for, you can't pronounce a name. Had that Marcelaga, it was green like margaritas. I so yeah, yo, I so albums, might as well sell some tequila. Dropped so many Lambos, thought I was the Lamb ambassador. Dropped so many rollies, looking thought I owned the rolling store. So it's been a while, yeah, you know them streets miss you. I don't eat, sleep or shit without my mother, make up pistol. First to tell you motherfucker, trapper die, that me okay. Mr. Whipper and get a half a pie, that me okay. Mr. If I'm talking, you should listen, game is free, okay. Mr. got 2 whole ones and 2 half ones, yeah, that's 3, okay. Leave up out of here with 2 bad ones, yeah, that's me, okay. Mr. Rian up about 2 phantoms, yeah, that's me, okay. On that avion to the head, hey, but me, okay. Never put a before my bread, hey, not me, okay.
Hanging out with Mr. Just Get on Saving Sexy Radio, and we back with author Dainnese Jackson. She's the author of a book called Killer in Heaven, In Love with the Coco. She's the boss at Dainnese Diamond Collection, and she's also a poet. For those of you just now tuning in, we've touched on a whole lot of things about this book, Killer in Heaven, a fatal attraction, crazy love affair. And before we went into the break, Dainnese was telling us what she was going to do and what she does that makes or will make her brand different than everybody else's. And, you know, she was just talking about, as far as for the women out there, you know, women are the number 1 consumers, you know, and what she was saying was very true. Help women, you know, just empower yourself. And that was just the perfect answer I was looking for, because the motto behind her movement, you know, is helping and encouraging women to empower herself. And she's a perfect candidate for that, for us, from some of the past experiences she's been through, for those of you just turning in. And we want to go in now to what you now, Dainnese, like, okay, with the Dainnese Diamond Collection, okay, when you do them, you know, there's going to be graphic tees, words on them, like, you know what I'm saying, you said they empower and encourage women, like, what type of messages are they going to have on them, or, you know, what's the design going to be?
Well, I haven't, you know, the guy, we've been going back and forth, because I've been switching up my mind. Okay, I want this on my shirt, and then I'll see something else, and I'll be like, oh, no, I want this on my shirt. So, yeah, me and him is still, we work on the shirts, like, every day. So they're not actually done, but they are in process of getting done. I want them to get done this year.
Right. And, you know, like I was telling her when we first came back, the main thing, you know, and the positive thing about it is as far as to encourage and empower women. Along with this book, Killer in Heaven, you know, we talked to Miss Dainnese Jackson about it. She's also done a soundtrack with her book. So she's already making steps and moves to separate herself and make herself different from the other brands that stand out there. And, you know, she went in and told us about, you know what I'm saying, some of the tracks that's listed on the soundtrack and what was her inspiration and things behind that. What other plans do you have in the future? And what are some more movements or projects you want to plan on getting done?
Well, my plan in the future, I want to drop my poetry book. That's also coming out in May with a soundtrack as well. And it talks a lot about my brain surgery. It talks a little bit about killing heaven, and then it talks about, you know, relationships. It talks about family, because, you know, family can do you worse than anybody on the street.
Right.
I just made a poem called Single Black Female, and that is dedicated to my sister because she has been so jealous of me. So, yeah, I want to give people a lot of inspiration with my book, and it also talk about black men, black boys. You guys have it hard. You already know that you have it hard with the police. It talks about that. It also talks about being molested when I was 14. So the book, the poetry book, I think everybody is gonna like it, and hopefully one day Oprah Winfrey catch it.
Do that,
That's what I'm hoping.
So I got a question real quick.
Okay.
So I know you said you had brain surgery. What type of I haven't read your bio or anything. So what type of brain surgery was it?
Well, it was because for many years I was suffering from epilepsy, complex partial seizures, and I had found a best neurologist, and they was asking me to get brain surgery. And at first I was like, I don't want nobody messing with my head. So I told them I'll give them a call back. I'll see them later. And so I continued to keep having the seizures. Like, I mean, they kept coming over and over and over. And they not the seizures to where, you know, there's different types. Like I said, there's different types of seizures. My seizures were like, you couldn't even notice that I wasn't even having them. Unless you really know me, then you'd be like, okay, she's about to have one.
Right.
So I got tired of having the seizures. And I said, okay, go ahead. You guys can cut my head open. You can do whatever you want to do. I want to be seizure free. And ever since, you know, my surgery, January 24th, 2011, I have been seizure free since that surgery. I was in that surgery. It was like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
For real.
Thank you.
That's what's up. I'm glad you're feeling better. Okay. I was concerned because, you know, it's health.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You have a lot of inspiration. In things, you know what I'm saying, to write off of, to do poetry on, you know. So what are some of the things you do, you know what I'm saying, when you face writer's block? You know, what do you do? Or do you even have writer's block?
I mean, I'm sorry, I could barely hear you. Say that again, my earpiece.
Okay, I said you have a lot of things to inspire you to be creative as far as in your writing and your poetry. You have a lot of things that inspire you. But, you know, what are some of the things you do when you find yourself facing writer's block?
What else do I do? Like, you want to know what I do besides writing?
No, what do you do when you face writer's block? You know, like I said, you have a lot of things that you have some very deep things to inspire you to create your poetry, to do your writing.
Well, I think what everything that I've been through in my life inspired me to write. You know, being molested at 14, and then the brain surgery, and then this, you know, the animosity that me and my sister have also inspired me to write. Also, I see what people, the things that I see also, you know, like I said, I see the things that my black men go through, and I feel like however, I also feel that my black women, we don't get enough attention. Everybody else want to get all the attention, but don't forget, black women, we are dope. We rock too. So that's another thing. That's why I'm so inspired to write and to do the things that I want to do. To let them know I'm a black woman, you know, I rock just like a white woman rock, or she thinks she rock. I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I mean.
Right.
But that's why I'm so inspired to do what I do.
And that's funny, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, when I was presented with the same question, like what, you know what I'm saying, helps me deal with my writer's block, you know, and I answered the question the same way. Like, you know, it's really kind of hard to get writer's block when you're writing from actual life experiences,
Right.
things that you actually went through versus writing from a fantasy land, you know. And I feel you on that. You know, that's why I asked you that question, like, because like I said, you have so many different things to inspire you to write and be creative. You know, if you were to face writer's block, how did you deal with it? But, you know, when you write from a realistic experience view, from an experienced view, you know, it's kind of hard to get writer's block. One of the things I run into is finding a way. I got what I want to say. I might have to fix how I want to word it, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you said you have been, I'm going to congratulate you, you know, for your surgery. You know what I'm saying? You said you've been seizure-free for 7 years and stuff like that. So I want to kind of get deep now. So you said there's 3 more parts to this book, and you were saying some of the things that were going to occur. You know, is Killer in Heaven, are they still together?
No.
Can I ask that without giving out too much?
No.
Okay.
In the end, it's not going to be, just like I said, it's not going to be pretty.
Right. This is definitely, you know what I'm saying, a series, you know what I'm saying. I think people, you know, wants to get out there and people get the word and get behind the movement and see the message you kind of convey. I think this is definitely a series that's going to be very enlightening to women in general, you know, because a lot of the books, you know, that I've read and that I wrote myself, you know, it's a certain side of the fence that we talk about or we glamorize, but, you know, it's very inspiring and empowering when you meet a person that comes with the message of empowerment and encouragement and for the mission of uplifting. You know, and like I say, back before when I just met you and was the brief little conversations we had, you know, I felt that you would have been a great candidate, which you have turned out to be for the Hank and Hour on Safe and Sexy Radio.
That's what's up.
And I got my co-host Burley Saved. I know she's just got it bundled up with questions. What questions you have, Burley Saved?
I'm just, I'm excited about everything that I know we're going to discuss when we off air, but I'm really excited about, your future altogether. Like everything that you desire and plan to do. All I can say is I'm glad I'm out here in California and I know we're going to link up to help get some of those things done.
Okay.
For real. Because I understand because I understand the drive and the motivation and the work that it takes to get it done. And one thing that I have to commend you on, is the fact that, in it and through it all, especially past your surgery, you still pushing. You see what I'm saying? Like that takes a lot. And then, you know, because I get so exhausted, or I have been exhausted. I haven't gotten exhausted lately, thank God. But I have been exhausted in the past with talking to authors that just feel like they want to quit because they wrong. Man, this lady just had brain surgery a couple years ago. What is you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, get it together. It ain't nothing you can't do. You know, every challenge, if you don't use your challenges or mishaps, setbacks as a setup or a stepping stone to get you a little further, then you need to get somebody on your team that's going to help coach you along the way so you can jump over that hurdle and keep moving, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For real.
Right, not just get nobody on their team. They need to get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because iron sharpen iron.
It does, but sometimes they need somebody that know how to sharpen iron in their corner so they'll understand what it means. For real.
Right. And one of the things that touches me and what's so amazing is that you are, you know, you don't mind talking about this. You know, I was kind of iffy. That's why I kind of pre-interviewed you a few days or a week ago. I asked you, like, you know, would you be willing to talk about it and stuff like that? You know, it's just so good, you know what I'm saying, and inspiring that you are willing to talk about, you know what I'm saying,
real good.
Talk about it and open up about it, you know, and that's part of the healing process. As far as through you healing and not being afraid to share yours, I'm quite sure you're going to be able to help a lot of other women and men heal in the process.
Exactly.
Can you tell us where we can listen to the soundtrack and get the book at?
Well, you can get my book from Barnes & Noble. You can order it, and they will send it to you. Or you go on Amazon, and you can order it that way. The soundtrack, you can get it from me. I will mail it to your house, and then you just pay me through PayPal. It will only cost $5 with the book. Now, with the soundtrack by itself, it will be $10. And then you can also listen to my soundtrack on YouTube. You can just put my name and
what's your YouTube again?
My soundtrack will pop up. Mm-hmm.
What's your YouTube again?
And how can they find you on YouTube?
Yeah.
My name, Dainnese, Dainnese Jackson, Jackson, and I'm also on Instagram under Arthur Dainnese Jackson, and I have a Twitter, Dainnese Jackson.
I'm gonna go find you on all my accounts.
Okay, y'all heard it here first on Saving Sexy Radio.
Yeah.
On the hanging out with Mr. Just Get It. We have Arthur Dainnese Jackson in the house, and she just opened our eyes to a whole bunch of stuff, and man, it inspired me, and I hope she inspired you and encouraged you as well. Before we go out, Barely Say, do you have any upcoming events or any announcements?
We have the publisher. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, not you. I thought he was talking to me.
We have the Publisher Awards happening in Sacramento. I do not have the address on hand with me, but it will be at the Urban League Center on April 21st. We have some really interesting independent artists that's going to come out and perform, just a way to give back. Because one thing that I learned about, and this is something that somebody better catch it, because somebody gave it to me and I had to catch it at that moment too. One thing about having an event, especially when you are one of two things: new to an area, check. And when you are already not known but familiar with the area, check. That's, in other words, when you are home in your hometown or whatever. It's hard for people to receive you because they don't know you, and that's understandable. But guess what? Don't let that stop whatever that is that you need to do in front of you. So with that being said, I always link up with independent artists first, because I love music. As a songwriter, it's just something that I cannot turn away from it. It's the one thing that has kept me going all these years. And so with that being said, I've linked up with some independent artists out here that will come out and that are coming out and performing, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome and dope. And I can't wait to give out some copies of Constance Chronicles and this other book that'll be released in April. So I'm really excited. So that's Publisher Awards. It's going to be happening in Sacramento on April 21st, and then we skating over to Texas as well as South Carolina next. I don't have those dates in front of me right now.
Okay. Denise, you got any upcoming events or anything you want to let the listeners know about so they can follow you or participate in any type of way?
I don't have a date yet, but I plan on having a book signing this year in April.
Okay, that'll be in San Diego. And that'll be in San Diego?
San Diego. It should be at San Diego. It will be at the Studio Beat Shop.
Studio Beat Shop.
Okay, for all my Cali listeners out of San Diego, you heard that. Arthur Dainnese Jackson, she'll be putting together a book signing. So keep your eyes open to all her social medias and look for the dates. And this has been the Hankin' Hour on Saving Sexy Radio with Mr. Just Get It. And we'll see you next time.
We out. Peace.
All this out dripping, babe, what a scene. I can sell 36 before you flee.
Babe, we need that link.
I like the way that we in that pink. I'm sipping on that perk, though. My trail swing like a screen, though. But it gone in out that bag, though. I told Brush, you anything come through that front door. Cause I don't around and ran out with the sauce. I'm still on the money way. I heard done fell off. I step 100 Monday to the Wednesday, Thursday. Even Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's why she thirsty. I give a juice, then throw the deuce. 3 ounces in a Fago. I'm too high, I need a halo. But instead I got a bankroll. And I'm windows. I hop in the drive and I slide on. Get some, then I slide on. Slide. I'm dripping sauce, you know I'm sliding on it. She want it, I told her slide on it. He talking crazy, better slide on it. Before I make my slide on you. I feel like I just need it. Now it's time to run
And that skrilla looking like I got some pillars with me. Maybe the plug, cause I keep a couple dealers with me. And you know them with me, they can't help it with me. I may just slide on them and hit that trap high. Well, the pirates, they say they want that glass house. I no broke the pot, the water that spotted out. My wrist on fleek and it gon' be gone before it dry. And my name paper, please don't ask me why. Baby, if you need to know, my pockets gon' reply. My name is paper, don't ask me why. Baby, if you need to know, my pockets gon' reply.
Cause I don't f*** around and ran off with the sauce. I'm still on the money way. I heard you good done fell off.
I hop in the drop and I slide on.
I heard you done fell off.
I'm tripping sauce, you know I'm sliding on it.
I heard you done fell off.
Hey y'all, I love you so very much. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for always listening, sharing, liking, commenting, emailing, downloading, whatever you do. We thank you. I thank you from the pit of my soul. This is Barely Saved, and I want to say that you are listening to Saved and Sexy Radio right here, powered by RIB Network. Peace.